Build muscle easily. The simple guide to getting jacked. Building muscle is a two-step process that is also impacted by many other factors such as protein and your diet, hormones, genetics, and more. Here is the process to build muscle and get jacked like me. The first step, you need to train hard. Stimulate muscle growth by training the muscles you want to grow hard. Train close till, if not till complete failure on all of your sets. You need to present a meaningful stimulus to the muscles using resistance. That usually comes from weight. This breaks down the muscle fibers at a microscopic level. The second step is rest and recovery. Once you have broken down the muscle through training hard, you then need to let your muscles rest and recover and let your body repair the small tears that you made when you were training and actually help the muscles come back bigger. You should train intensely in the gym, then take a rest day. Train intensely, take a rest day. Train intensely, take a rest day. The amount of times you train in a week, for example, depends on you and your own goals. However, 3 to 6 times a week is a good range that you should try to stick to. If you do quite a lot of volume in the gym and your intensity is quite high, take more rest days. If you do a bit less volume in the gym and your intensity is a bit lower, take less rest days. So the key to building muscle, or the two keys to building muscle, is to train hard and on top of that, rest and recover. Both of these are just as important as each other, okay? Think about Messi and Ronaldo. Messi is the training hard, Ronaldo is the rest and recovery. You need both of the GOATs to let the muscle building commence, okay? You can't just train hard and then not rest and recover and expect yourself to grow. You can't just rest and recover and not train and expect yourself to grow. You need both. Now, the truth is there are many other factors which do play a key role in muscle building, but this is the two process system that causes muscle growth. Now, there are many other things you can do to elevate your muscle growth, which I'm going to tell you right now, but those are the two key things which causes you to gain muscle, to gain size. Training hard in the gym, training intensely, breaking down the muscle, then resting, recovering, and basically allowing their muscles to repair, regrow, and come back a lot bigger. Now, many other factors which do impact muscle building. I'm going to first of all start off with protein because this is one of the biggest factors when it comes to building muscle. Now, the truth is training hard and resting and recovering is great, okay? That is what you need to do to build muscle. But if you don't have a key macronutrient, which is protein, you are likely going to be making quite underwhelming gains when it comes to the gym and trying to work out and get bigger, simply because protein and amino acids are the building blocks of muscle growth. You could train as hard as you want. Literally, I mean like you are training like you are trying to become an IFBB pro, all right? You can train that hard every single day. You're putting in the work, training till failure. And you're resting, you're recovering really well. You're getting, good sleep. You're making sure that you are allowing your muscles to repair and regrow. And you're not just training every single day and never letting them, rest. Just a disclaimer, my aesthetic body course is the link in the description. It teaches you exactly how to build the aesthetic body and get in the best shape of your life. Go check it out, link in the description. But you do all that and then you just look like some skinny, spaghetti looking guy who actually has no muscle at all because you haven't been giving your body much of the nutrient it needs to build muscle. Think of it like this. You are going to build a skyscraper, all right? You've got all of the workers, all right, and they're ready. They're going, yeah, let's build the muscle. That's the training aspect, okay? They're thinking, yeah, let's go build that skyscraper. Let's get it as big as the World Trade Center. Maybe not, but anyway. But then they try to build the skyscraper and they realize they have no materials. You have all of these men ready to build the muscle, but there are no, wood, boards or metal. I don't know. What do you use to build buildings anymore? I don't know any of this. All I know is fitness and working out. Anyway, so try your best to get as much protein in as possible. I personally think 1 gram to 1.3 grams is really good. Now you can go below that, you can go to around 0.7 grams. The science has shown that you can still build lots of muscle with that amount of protein. I just personally think getting higher protein is not just good for building muscle, and getting more of it is good for building muscle, but also it keeps you very full up, and it means you are more likely to stay lean or get lean because you are eating foods that keep you full up, and you're less likely to go and overeat, and you're going to be in a calorie deficit, and you're going to be losing weight as well, and you're going to be contributing to building an aesthetic physique because you're going to be building muscle and you're going to be losing weight at the same time. So protein is a key part in this kind of two-step process of building muscle. You need to be making sure your protein is quite high, and on top of that, make sure most of your foods are the real whole foods. Now, another key part to muscle growth is actually eating enough calories. You want to try your best to be in your calorie maintenance or even in a slight calorie surplus to really build a lot of muscle. Now, you can build muscle in a calorie deficit, especially if it's in your first year of weightlifting. It's just very, very difficult. You want to be eating enough calories so your body can build muscle. You can't just build muscle out of thin air. You need to give it external things, put it into your body so your body can use it to build the muscle. Okay, so you need enough calories to, first of all, just be able to function, but then you also need enough calories where your body thinks, okay, we have a bit of calories, okay, let's use it to building muscle instead of putting it to vital organs and stuff like that, which is a bit higher on the pecking order for the body. Now, you know you need to be training hard and training till failure. That's a staple. Then you need to be resting, recovering. You know, maybe after each session you take a day of rest, or you increase your sleep a bit, making sure you're resting better, or you just make sure you don't go and train a muscle group that's already quite sore, you know, or feels quite sore, because you know your body is that's a sign your body is still recovering. And if you go and hit that muscle again, then it's not going to be very good. Your muscle is enjoying itself, resting, recovering, allowing that muscle to grow a bit, and you know everything's great. But then you just go, we go again, we go gym again, and you hit that muscle group again, and then it didn't fully get to recover. Your strength in the gym probably goes down, and also on top of that, you're just not going to be getting the most gains because you're not recovering enough. So make sure you are recovering enough to actually go and build the muscle, okay? Then you need to make sure your protein's high and you're eating the real whole foods often and eating enough calories. Then on top of that, we need to be remembering hormones and genetics. A lot of people, or a few people, can just go to the gym, eat a decent diet, train pretty hard, and their, you know, physiques will look insane. That is just good genetics. For the majority of people, just do the right things often, give yourself enough time. You know, making real progress will take years. When it comes to muscle building, it will take years, not just months or not weeks. So yeah, you need to give yourself time, understand your genetics. If you have really good genetics, that's great. If you don't, it doesn't matter. You know, in the end, your physique is still going to look really good if you're consistent, if you know, get the good diet in, if you are training hard, if you're resting and recovering well. Then on top of that, we want to optimize one hormone as much as we can to build muscle as much as we can. So that is testosterone. Testosterone is very key when it comes to building muscle. And the way you build more testosterone is by getting better sleep, maybe improving your diet a little bit. These little small things all add up to help your testosterone a little bit. And also, when it comes to how sensitive you are to testosterone, also depends on genetics. So some people can have lower testosterone levels, but their body is just more sensitive to those testosterone levels, so they will react better and build more muscle, even though they have lower testosterone, than someone who has higher testosterone but doesn't react very sensitively to that testosterone. So it doesn't really matter if your testosterone is really low. If you're quite sensitive to your low testosterone, you're still going to be getting a lot of the benefits, okay? So yeah, testosterone, very important for building muscle. Remember, genetics, sure, they might help some people. Don't think about it. Think about the things you can control, which is your diet, your protein, your training hard, etc. And you will build the best physique ever. You will build a lot of size and you will get, you know, absolutely jacked. So yeah, my aesthetic body course is the link in the description. It teaches you exactly how to build the aesthetic body and get in the best shape of your life. Go check it out, link in the description.